we need to live in light of the fact that time is short. It doesn't matter what our eschatological view is. You and I are going to talk about a particular eschatological view, but that is very, very secondary to the fact that it's going to end for everyone one way or another, and probably fairly soon.
Absolutely. And, you mentioned earlier that I do a lot of secular programs,
yes,
which I do. I have sometimes a secular host, when talking about Bible prophecy, will say in a condescending way, well, do you expect all of this to happen in your time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Lord's coming back in your lifetime? And I say, it really is irrelevant. And they kind of say, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm 58 years old. And so I know in the next 30 years, either he's coming or I'm going. But
That's
pretty
right.
soon I'm going to meet God, and I better be ready for that confrontation. And that's what I say to everybody. The end is near, Jan, for all of us. Whether or not the Lord comes back in our lifetime, we know we have a limited amount of time before we meet God, and that's why we better be ready.
Let me ask you this, because you've led me into this way of thinking right now, and that is the fact that you're dealing with so many secular media people, and some of them are fairly prominent, from O'Reilly to Bill Maher to Alan Combs. You've got some over at CNN, you've got a lot at Fox. Do any of them ask you, serious questions about eternity? Do any of them take you aside? Do they ask for prayer? Do they ask you to pray for their personal life?
I've developed a good relationship with several of these folks in the secular media, and obviously I wouldn't discuss the names or
Sure.
who they are,
Mm-hmm.
but I find that some of them that I talk to are really searching, and I also find that others are probably much more conservative and much more biblically inclined, sometimes are forced into the role of devil's advocate.
Sure.
If anybody tried to guess who I'm talking about, they wouldn't know. So
No,
I'm just going to say
yeah.
that, it is very interesting. I will mention one by name, Alan Combs at
Mm-hmm.
Fox News. He's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the resident liberal at Fox News. He has become a very good friend of mine, and he's very, very honest. Even though we don't agree on a lot of things, he always allows me to share the gospel every time I'm on his program. And I'm really grateful that, he's willing to allow a point of view that doesn't always agree with his own.